Oh yeah. Hey guys, welcome to Watchdog Central. I wanted to make a video on Hollywood remakes and my take on them. Now, I collect films. I have a hell of a lot of movies. I've collected loads of them over the years. I'm a real big film buff, and I love, especially films from the 80s. I have them all, you know, I've got classics. This film example, it's a film called Footloose. This film is a great movie. Starred Kevin Bacon, Laurie Singer, Christopher Penn, Sarah Jessica Parker, John Lithgow. Had some good actors and actresses in it, and it had a great soundtrack. Footloose, made in 1984. Now, I was on the internet the other day and I came across a website that was telling me that they remade it. And I'm thinking, why would you remake a film like Footloose for? I don't understand why you would remake a movie like this. This film is bloody well classic, along with a load of other great 80s movies. So I decided to download the film. Boy, did I make a mistake. I downloaded this film. It was the biggest pile of shit I have ever seen in my life. The acting was pathetic. There was no known actors in it, apart from what they done was they got Dennis Quaid to play the dad in it. So they thought if they got someone like Dennis Quaid, who's like a veteran American actor, it might make the movie that little bit better. It didn't. The film sucked dick hard. It was shite. Sorry for all the swearing. It was garbage. The acting sucked, and the soundtrack was even. And the soundtrack was worse. You think a soundtrack from the original Footloose movie, like you had Kenny Loggins, you had classic 80s songs in it, yeah? What they done was they basically put a load of songs in it. What you know what the kids listen to nowadays, like a cross between R&B and like crunkcore music, like yo get down on it and all that fucking shit. And that's what all the dancing was based around. Acting was wooden and stale. It was just a disgusting movie. And then I'm getting a little bit wound up, but I love my movies and I hate the way they destroy films. But what they done was they took the songs like Kenny Loggins, Footloose for example, and they remade that song. They didn't put the original Footloose in. The whole film, 95% of this Footloose movie, was identical to the first one, apart from the acting that was shit, all the actors were unknown, the music that was shit. They took Kenny Loggins' Footloose song, they stuck it at the beginning of the video like the original, and they put it at the end, but they got someone else to sing it. That's right guys, they remade the original song. They remade it, and they made a balls of it. And if you go on any website review, anywhere on the internet, and you can review the Footloose 2011 video or soundtrack, you'll find out that 99.9% of every review says the film and the soundtrack sucked dick. And it pisses me off because they take great movies and they destroy them. Like the X Factor do. The X Factor will take like a Queen song and they'll destroy it. They'll take like all these great songs and they'll just destroy them. And there's films like this, for example. They're remaking this. I don't understand why they're remaking this movie. And my head nearly exploded when I found out they're remaking this. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. They're fucking remaking Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I went on website and I couldn't believe what I heard. So, scanning through some stuff yesterday, and Matthew Broderick, who played the main part in this, was quoted in an interview saying he doesn't want nothing to do with this new film that comes out. He doesn't want a bit part in it. He doesn't want anything to do with it. He doesn't want to be represented with it in any way. And I'm not fucking surprised because all they're doing nowadays is taking good films like this and destroying them. They're also remaking this film. I did stick a video up about this on my other channel about 6 months back. Point Break. How the fuck can you remake a movie like Point Break? Why would you want to remake a movie like Point Break? Keanu Reeves, Patrick Swayze, classic. They'll destroy it. They're also remaking this movie. Stephen King's It. Pennywise the Clown. How can you remake that movie? Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, I'll say one thing about Nightmare on Elm Street. I've got all the Nightmare on Elm Streets because I'm a massive Freddy Krueger fan. And this is the box one that opens up, see? I've got them all, like all the ones originally. And Freddy Krueger is a legend. Why you would actually take a Nightmare on Elm Street and remake it? But I seen the point of what they done with the Nightmare on Elm Street because I sat down, watched it, thought it was going to be shit because I'm a massive Robert Englund fan. The new Freddy Krueger didn't really do it for me, but I did actually like the storyline in the new remake because they actually changed things up. They changed it up. Unlike The Omen, where they took The Omen, they just changed the characters and there was nothing new or relevant to it. The same as Footloose. But with the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, it was 2010 or 2011 they made it, the remake was decent because they changed a load of the parts up in it, and that actually made it decent. You know? But I'm just wondering what they're going to remake next. Now, here's just 3 films that I hope they don't remake, because if they ever remake these 3 films, I literally will blow my fucking head off with a sawn-off shotgun. Now, this one's called Tough Guys. It starred Kirk Douglas and Burt Lancaster. This was a classic 80s movie, and I don't think you should ever remake this movie. If you haven't actually seen Tough Guys, I suggest you check it out. I know I'm going a little bit off topic to Watchdog Central, but I just felt like making a film or making a video about movies today. Tough Guys, it's extremely funny. It's a very, very underrated film in my opinion, but you've got to check that movie out. And I hope they never remake it. And this is another one I hope they never remake, Highlander. Now I know they made TV series on it, and they've made a couple of films after it, which I thought was crap. But I hope they don't try and make the original. Christopher Lambert, classic. Sean Connery, great movie. And this is the last one I'm going to bring up. And if they ever remake this, The Breakfast Club. I don't think this film would ever or could ever possibly be remade. If they ever remake this movie, I literally will go on a hunt. I'll hunt down the people that made the movie, and I swear on my fucking good name that I will hunt them down and whack the lot of them before it ever gets into the cinemas. So, that's all I have to say. As you probably seen by my reaction, I really, really despise Hollywood remakes. And I wish I could stop it. I wish I had the power to stop it, but unfortunately I don't. And this is the world we live in. So, thanks a lot, guys. I know it was a bit different to what I usually do, but thanks for watching, guys. This is Watchdog Central, beaming out. Peace!